This is 4-4 slope formula. The slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And the first ordered pair that you see will always be x1, y1, and the second ordered pair will be x2, y2. So we're given the ordered pairs 4, -2, and -1, 2. If it helps you, you should label these x1, y1, and x2, y2. Some people try to label that first ordered pair as like x1, x2. That makes no sense because an ordered pair is x, y. So I plugged in my values, 2 minus -2 over -1 minus 4. Then use your calculator so you don't have a silly calculation error. You could also graph these points and check with rise over run, which is what I did on the side over there. And remember that 4 over -5 is the same thing as -4 over 5. Both those answers would be correct. So if you're given an equation instead and asked to find the slope, normally we're given 2 ordered pairs, so we actually need to work this problem out so we end up with 2 ordered pairs. Remember, when you're finding the intercepts and you use the cover-up method, you end up with 2 ordered pairs. So for instance, if I cover up -5y and I do 6x equals 30 and solve by dividing both sides by 6, I get x equals 5. I put that in my ordered pair, and now I can get my other ordered pair. So I have -5y, I'm covering up the x to get the y-intercept. Divide both sides by -5. I get y equals -6, so as an ordered pair, that would be 0, -6. Now I have my 2 ordered pairs, and I can then use the slope formula to calculate. So we have -6 minus 0 over 0 minus 5. I end up with -6 over -5. Because there's 2 negatives, it's actually a positive, and we can check that by graphing. If you graph these, you'd end up about here and here. We'll call this 5 and that -6. And graph this, notice that my slope is a positive slope, so I know that my answer had to be a positive number. And you could also check that I'd be rising 6 and running 5, and so my slope would be 6 over 5.